So, in the 8th grade, I meet this girl, and we're all friends afterward. You know how, like, the cheerleaders are coming out with the basketball players to eat, and we'd go to the pizza parlor, and we'd sit together, and we were awkward, we were socially awkward with these girls, but, we talked to them. We were kind of like gentlemen. Nobody was really cursing. And I started talking to this one girl, and we kind of became tight. We would just talk. And one day she gave me a number, and I would talk to her at night, and you know what? We became kind of an item. When I say an item, I mean like we would, after a game, when we played games, we played them by North Bergen, up by West New York or something. So after the games, we'd walk down Bergen Line Avenue holding hands and torturing Chinese owners and fucking going into album stores and talking about the albums we wanted to buy, kid shit. And we'd go to like Burger King with them and buy them like a chicken sandwich, and we'd hold hands, and that's it. It was no big fucking deal. We went home and we dreamed about putting cologne on and making out with them one day. Whatever the fuck you dream of as a fucking 13-year-old. Well, I fucking, we start making out after a few months. We're together like from maybe November to maybe February until the season's over. We're together. And then once the season ended, I didn't have a reason to go down there. So it kind of got tough to go down there. So I would go down there maybe like on Saturdays, and we'd take a walk on Bergen Line, maybe go to a movie, stupid kid shit. I know you people want to hear like, were you fucking her? Were you lighting a pussy on fire? Not even close, man. Not even close. I wasn't even thinking like that back then. I was just happy with holding the girl's hand and swapping spit and going to a movie with them. I wasn't even thinking of fucking sex or nothing. But that didn't last for long. So it was one of those president weekends, like in February. The season probably ended the first week of February, and it was like president season. It was like, it's not how it is now, where they have President's Day, and you have both presidents. They celebrate Washington and Lincoln. So let's say my birthday was the 19th. That was February 19th on a Monday. That'd be Washington's birthday. But the 12th, the Monday before, would be Lincoln's birthday. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a holiday. I don't know what the fuck it was. I think we got a lot of snow. And the schools were closed for like a week. And we kept talking about, I don't know, one night when we were swapping spit or something, she said something about second base or something about sucking the titties. And again, I wasn't even there. Like, I was still a Catholic kid. I thought if I would suck a titties or try to touch a pussy, I was going to hell. You know how you're a fucking geek when you're a kid. So, I don't know. We were just talking about it, and she was like, I think I'm ready for the next step. And I'm like, what's the next fucking step? I don't know. And she's like, I don't know, maybe we should dry hump. Guys, I had no idea. So I went down there with her a couple times, and we kind of dry humped and swapped spit. I mean, we had no place to go. We were in the fucking 8th grade. So I would have to like dry hump her outside on a wall behind St. Michael's, disgusting. So this conversation went on about us, dating exclusively and all this shit. I'm getting, I was in love with basketball. At that time, it was like when I was doing coke. My first love was cocaine. Stand on line. Stand on line, mom. Stand on line, dad. Stand on line, wife. My first love is cocaine. My second love is fucking comedy. At the time, there was no comedy, but my fucking love is, fucking basketball. And I was a Catholic kid. I didn't know anything about it. I heard about people getting knocked up and shit, so I was like, I'm not knocking up a woman. I was very against it. I love to tell you I was different, that I was slinging dick in the 6th grade. No. So we talk, and we're like, okay, we don't have school next week. Let's make a date to come down your house. And I don't know how we came to the conclusion, like your parents work or something. And she's like, yeah, whatever. So I go, listen, what I'll do is next week I'll come down one day and we'll fucking hang out, whatever. I didn't know what to expect, So on Monday morning, it's about 50 degrees. You know, the snow's gone. They're still shoveling snow. It's starting to melt. And I take my little bicycle and I ride it down to 15th Street to St. Michael's, and I meet her outside, and we walk back to a house, and we drink like fucking Kool-Aid. We made like grape Kool-Aid with powdered sugar and ice cubes, and we had like Entenmann's coffee cake. We had our parents bought it or something. So we walk up to a house, we eat, we kind of giggle, and we put the TV on. We start swapping spit, and I knew I was a little Catholic fag and whatnot, but my dick got hard, and I was taking it to the next level. And I got on top of her, and we were dry humping, whatever. We were just two fucking kids. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. And she was like, what do you want to do? You know, when you're a kid, you're like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. You want to say it? You show it to me first. No, you show me yours. No, you show. You know, it was one of those things. And finally, I just wanted to be safe. And, you know, before I was sorry, and I go, hey, what time do your parents get home? And she goes, well, my sister gets home at like 5. My dad gets home at like 5:30, and my mother's dead. And I was like, come again? And she's like, you know, my father comes home at 5:30, my sister gets home about 5, and my mother's dead. And I'm like, dog, I think we were holding hands. And I like threw her hands down. I'm like, what do you mean your mother's dead? And she's like, yeah, my mother died when I was a little girl. Dog, my whole fucking system, my whole belief system just hit the fucking toilet. It was like, what? Your mother's dead? You know, sometimes you do things and somebody opens your mind up with something. Like, Mike, when you play the guitar, you could throw gasoline on the top thing and play, you know, whatever the fuck you want to do, you know. People open up your mind. Sometimes you're not ready for something and people up your mind. Sometimes when I go to jiu-jitsu, they teach me a move I can't fucking do. But from doing that move, I learned something else. I go, ooh, look at this opening here. I never saw that before. It's called expanding your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's evolution. Guys, when I went down there, I didn't know what to expect. You know, I didn't know if I was going to have sex. It's not like I had a condom in my pocket and I had fucking cologne on and I was all fucking hot and sticky. I had gone down there just to swap spit with her, maybe hang out with her. I was an only child. I was starting to explore women, girls, whatever the fuck I was doing. When she told me her mother died, my whole fucking everything just died. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she started explaining to me her mother died, blah, 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 blah. But the more she explained it, the more she was starting to scare me. Like, it was like an exorcist type fucking situation for me. Like, I couldn't even believe I was in the house. At that time, not only was I a real Catholic little nerd, but I was also a Santeria guy. And I'm like, if I'm in this house with this fucking energy that her fucking mother died, well, somebody in my life is going to fucking die. I'm like, I'm not going to hang out with this girl no more. And I remember I made up some story how I had to fucking leave, and I fucking got on my bicycle and I got the fuck out of there. I didn't call her for like 3 days. Guys, when I tell you that, you know, like when a girl turns you down, you get like a little hot, you know, or somebody says something to you, you get a little hot for like 2 days, but then you're like, what am I going to do? Even though I wanted to mess around with her, and even though I liked her as much as I did, I fucking knew I wasn't going to ever see this girl again. Like, it was just too much for my body and my mind to fucking comprehend. Yes, I had a father who died.
So I was going to say, do you think it's from that? Like,
what do you mean? Like, no.
Knowing how she feels.
I never, Mike, at that time, as stupid as this fucking sounds, I never, even though my father was gone, I never comprehended your mom not being around. I could not comprehend that. I had watched something years earlier where they said anybody could be your father, but you only have one mother. I think it's a fucking horrible statement because not everybody could be your father. And I think that statement just went in my head like, you know, your mother. Guys, I did not understand the fucking statement. When she said she didn't have a mother and her mother had died, I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be cute. It destroyed me because I didn't think that was possible. I never thought that no matter what bad a situation, I never saw it coming. You know, I think in Godfather 2, they shoot the mother. But that was a movie. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? Like, that's a fucking movie. And you're left as a young child. I can never even picture, like, a mother dying. Like, I didn't think that was fucking possible. I just could not talk to her. It took me about a week, a couple days to call her up and ask her how she was doing. And then she kept saying to me, when am I going to see you? When am I going to see you? And I kept lying to her. I'm really busy with basketball. I got to go out to Kearney for the AAUs. I just kept lying to her. And no matter, like, how much I thought about it, like, I got to fucking go down there and just break it up with her like a man. Guys, I did not want to be around her. How the fuck can your mother be dead? All I kept thinking about was, what can you have done in your previous life for your fucking mother to die? That's all I kept thinking about.